Hi guys, this is Tom from Drone Master. In this short video, we are going to discuss some safety and other important informations, how to maintain, operate, use, basically how to fly and enjoy this beautiful racing quadcopter, which is the 250 class Runner 250. There are a lot of new people in this hobby, this beautiful hobby, and guys, there are some information you need to know. So hopefully this video will be useful for you guys. If you have any questions, please ask me in the comment. So let's get started. First, let's talk about the batteries. Each drone has a battery. In this case, we have this drone comes with 2200 milliamps with XT60 connector. It's called XT60 connector. It's a LiPo battery. Just be careful of those batteries and do not punch them. If you drop it, make sure there is no damage on the battery. Before each flight, make sure the battery is fully charged. It has to be fully charged. When the battery is too low, what's gonna happen? The drone will not strong enough, will not fly nice and cool, might drop, the battery might just go that low that will be not enough power to spin those motors. Drones might drop, break, and the battery will get damaged. Keep in mind those batteries have something called minimum voltage. If the voltage goes too low, just below the minimum voltage, the battery is you can just trash it. So it's important to maintain those batteries really good. Always charge the battery before you fly the drone. This quad, particularly this quad 250 Runner, has very nice feature. When you fly in the quad, just like this, it will be flashing like this. When the battery is too low, those lights at the back will be flashing red. When they're flashing red, you know the battery is low, it's time to land. Do not fly anymore. Also, you can have another way to let you know the battery is too low. There is something like I also have it on my online store. It's a www.drone-masterDOTus. You can purchase something like this. It's a low voltage alarm. It's a very noisy beeper. You can use it with any drone. All you do is just connect it to the balance port on your battery. Let me just try it, guys. So it's very loud. You can set voltage level at which your alarm will go off. When you're flying and the battery is going too low, you're gonna hear it. So I'll let you guys experience this one more time. So it's very nice tool, it's very cheap, just a few dollars, and it's gonna save you a lot. It's gonna save you the drone. When the battery goes too low, you will not crash the drone and you will not discharge too low and destroy your battery. So it's important to have something like this. And like I said, this drone has a very nice feature. Those lights at the back will be flashing when the battery is too low. So keep your battery fully charged before you fly it. It's very important. One safety, I'm gonna show you something, guys. Would be nice to have. I personally use it. Is a LiPo bag. When I'm charging the batteries, I always keep the battery inside the bag. If something happens, the battery explodes. It never ever happened to me. I'm not saying it's happening. It's just something on the side I want to mention. It's nice to have a LiPo bag. If anything happened to the battery, whatever happens, it's gonna happen inside the bag. So we have a battery. Then, before each flight, it would be nice to inspect the drone, and especially after each crash, you have to inspect the drone. Guys, those motors are spinning at very, very high speed. Make sure those propellers are in perfect condition, they are not broken, There's nothing wrong with them, and they are really tight, not too tight, but they are sitting on the motor. It's very nice and cool. After each crash, make sure those propellers are not touching any wires or part of the drone, so they will not hit and destroy anything. Make sure the drone is in the perfect condition, nothing is wrong with this, nothing is broken. Battery. When you install the battery, kind of make sure the battery is really tight so that you will not lose the battery when you're flying. The battery will not slide out. So just make sure it's really tight. And try to keep the battery kind of in the center of the drone. So there is something like a center of gravity. When I touch the drone like this, the drone is in the balance. So make sure when you put the battery is always kind of in the center. So we have a center of gravity. So we'll not have a situation when you put the battery on the drone, it's gonna be like this. So it's not good. So let's make sure it's always in the center of the gravity. Then, so we spoke about the batteries, we spoke about the drone, guys. You have to look at those propellers and inspect it. When you connect it, you always connect drone first. I'm sorry. You always connect the radio first, then you connect the drone. And when you disconnect it, you always disconnect the drone first, then you disconnect the receiver. Guys, you just notice it's very nice, cool feature with this drone, this 250 class runner. Let's take a look at this again. When I connect the drone, those lights are telling me he's binding to the receiver right now. Now he's bind, so you know. Okay, with this drone, not other ones. For example, I'm working on the ZMR 250 class. It's a little bit different. On this drone, how to use it? So that throttle, power up. That's gonna be rotation to the left, right. That's gonna be forward, backward, left and right, left and right. Okay, there's a safety feature. The throttle will not go right now. You cannot fly. To arm this drone, we're gonna hold it down and to the left for a few seconds. Notice what's happening with those lights. Those lights are red. This drone is armed. To disarm it, go to the right. Will not go. To the left, is armed, and be careful with throttle. See, guys, it's ready to go. To the right, is not going. To the left, is going. It's really cool, right? When you're flying, usually most of the quads are able to hover. That means stay in one place at about 50% thrust. So at 50% thrust, you should be able to keep this drone in one place. If there's a situation that you have to apply 100% thrust in order to keep it in one place, then something is not right. Most likely the battery is too low and it's just bad. Radio. This Devo 7 radio has a bunch of the switches. All of the switches have to be in the position number 0, which is all the way to the top. Top. Those are down and down. Do never play with them in a different position. Always have to be 0, 0, 0, down and down. Throttle has to be always 0 before you power on the radio. If you have it in a different position, you're gonna get an alarm. Has to be 0. Safety feature. This switch here on the right side, FMD, it stands for flight mode. It's very important. And for the beginners, and always at the beginning, keep it all the way down. In this way, the quad is stabilized mode. So basically, it's going to keep it level always. when you switch this switch to the position number 2, which is all the way up, he's in the acro mode. In the acro mode, you'll be able to do any loops and all the crazy stuff with this drone. But keep in mind, this drone is not in stabilized mode, so he's not going to keep it level. If you go to the right, he's going to go to the right. When you release it to the center, he's going to stay like this. He will not go back because it's acro mode. So you can keep going, keep going, but you have to remember he will not go back to his normal position. So that's acro mode. So don't fly in the acro mode if you don't have experience with this, because you're gonna crash the drone. Always fly in the position all the way down. So he's in the stabilized mode. If you never flew this drone before, I recommend to not go crazy with this. It's really fast, can be really fast. It's easy to learn, but you need some practice. Don't fly somehow far and fast, because you're gonna break it. Just take it to the park. Make sure you can hover this drone. Learn how to hover this, so you can keep the drone in one place. So then you have to use those sticks, both of them. When you're playing with those sticks, you don't go like this. Just very gentle, very small movements, and see how the drone is reacting. Don't go like crazy like this, it's not gonna go. Very small movements. So when you are first in this hobby, it's your first time using this kind of drones, learn how to keep it in one place, hovering. Just apply like a 50-60% power, keep playing with this so you can learn how to keep it in one place. After you master this, you can try to do some movements, left, right, you can try to fly. But guys, I want you to enjoy this hobby, I want you to enjoy those drones, and it's very easy to break it if you don't have experience flying this. So just be easy and gentle with this. Hopefully this video helps some of you guys. Guys, if you have any questions, please ask me in the comment. And one more time, please go to my website www.drone-masterDOTus, www.drone-master.us. Thank you. See you guys soon.